Hello, my gorgeous Aries. Welcome back to Fifi and Gigi's tarot readings. I hope you're all feeling absolutely splendid. I hope the weekend was fantastic for all of you. And if it was challenging for you, sorry to hear that. But we have the promise now of a new week ahead of us. Now, Aries, let's jump straight in, shall we? Let me clear the deck. Aries, I want to focus on the collective that actually have a specific person in mind. If you are thinking about a specific person, regardless of how little or how long you've known them, if you're talking to them or not, I usually find out what type of connection there is anyway, but let's talk about the person that you are thinking about the most, right? I want to focus on 4 key areas: current energies, the thoughts between the both of you, the feelings, and of course, any actions between the both of you. We're going to jump straight in, and I'm only taking out 4 cards, and I'll be clarifying those cards so we can condense the messages and get the most important messages for the collective watching this. Now, will there be an extended reading? That all depends. Yes and no, because if we have a beautiful outcome here, Aries, of course, I will do an optional extended reading. And if there will be, so it all really depends on the outcome here. If we have cards that point to this is fantastic, there's relief, there's hope, the person that you are thinking about, we're going in a good direction. If that is the case, then I will do an optional extended reading. I'll be using 2 completely different decks. They're lined up behind me, ready to use just in case. And if that does happen, the link will be in the description box below, Aries. It will be the very first link underneath all of the yellow stars, and I have clearly labeled it. It will say link to the extended reading. And what's the topic for that optional extended reading? Well, if all looks good here, then that will be called Where Else? In other words, where is this connection heading? Right? So let's talk about those big energies for the near future, the heads up for you between you and this person. If it's all good here, where is it heading? So that will all be very thorough. It will be all in the extended reading. Of course, if it doesn't really look like it's favorable, there will be no extended reading. So stick around to the end and we'll see if there will be an extended reading. Don't forget also, this Saturday, 12 p.m, Gigi will be doing your bonus weekend mini love tarot reading. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. That way you are guaranteed to never ever miss out on a reading that we do for you every single Monday. Now, at the bottom we have Temperance, Sagittarius energy, but whoever you're thinking about, they can be any star sign. We've got the angel of love and devotion pouring 1 cup. Looks like wine, but it's supposed to really be our emotions. Each other's emotions, pouring it equally from 1 cup into another. This also speaks that perhaps if there's been a fracture, or let's say things are not the same between you and this person, what is desperately needed here is compromise, also peace, balance, harmony, the chance for forgiveness, to be graceful. Ooh, okay. It's all about moderation here. Forgot she was naked, sorry. We do have the Strength card, Leo energy, and the 8 of Cups, Pisces energy. Aries, if you stopped talking to this person, I feel like it took a great deal of strength to actually do this. Let me just cover her up. There we go. And the 8 of Cups. Who walked away from who here? That's a very big question. If your person did this to you, I don't feel like it was a spur of the moment, because, that Strength card tells us we need to draw upon this bravery, this courage, this inner strength to actually do that. Now, we know that the Strength card is a card of unconditional love. It's also, again, more of showing humility, showing grace, showing empathy and forgiveness. There's a whole thing here of showing forgiveness, I've noticed, about who walked away from who, though. This is also a card showing, well, do we have the strength and the fortitude? Do we have the patience to actually leave the past behind, depending on what happened here? Ooh, okay. We have the moon at the heart of the deck, Pisces, Cancer energy. We've got the cute little dachshund. So we've got the domesticated dog and we've got the wild wolf there. So we're balancing our emotions. Again, another card of beauty, humility, grace. This does speak also of our internal fears, our internal anxieties, a bit of fear of the future here. Perhaps, let's just say for argument's sake, if your person was the one that kind of left you high and dry, I feel like they didn't actually tell you the truth. And I think you know that. Or if you left them, I think because there could have been some secrets, there could have been some lies. Let's talk about the current energy, please, between the both of you right now. 2 of Wands. Aries energy. So I kind of feel someone here, it's either you or your person or both of you, someone's waiting here for the other person to make the move. And I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that is you. That's Aries energy. Aries, if you do want to put your best foot forward and approach them, I see that many of you will. If not, some of you are sitting there waiting for this person to reach out, to give you some sign, any inkling, any indication that they actually still care about you. That's interesting because I feel like you're actually at a crossroads now. You may receive a message. After all, you're sitting there and there's a bird that has landed on your hand, your palm, and we know that birds, doesn't matter what bird it is, whether it's a big eagle or a bluebird or a budgie, they represent movement, more importantly, messages. So I am seeing here that some of you actually may receive a message first, or maybe some sign, even if they like your post, your story, they start following you, there's a friend request, whatever it is. It's an indication here that they perhaps do want to get closer to you. They're making their presence known. So we know that's all about choices and decisions. How far do you want to meet this person in the middle? Let's talk about our collective thoughts, please. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, often known as the card of true love. Something might happen within a month, let's say even a month and a half, 2 months, just to be generous for, with time for the collective watching this. We've got the water with the fishes. That does represent, of course, emotional abundance. It's interesting because this is our thoughts, but I feel like we're all up in our feelings, so much so that the water, our emotions, it's actually spilling over the cup here. I feel like you both still absolutely care about each other. We both still love each other. That's what's happening here. If someone said, Aries, do you care about this person? You'd be like, I do. And if they were to ask, your person about you, they would say, I deeply care. I actually love Aries. But of course, we're not together. Someone walked away here. Could have been a disagreement, an argument. Maybe the timing wasn't right. Maybe we were at a distance, but I can already see here that you are both actually thinking about each other. It's not just you. This is not one-sided. It's twofold here. Let's talk about our feelings. Wow, 6 of Cups, Scorpio energy. All right, we're definitely up in our feelings. You and this person are very nostalgic here. We're thinking about each other. Even if you started off as friends in the past, it's like they were my lover, my romantic partner, but they could have definitely also been, or they were my best friend here as well. Might have been children involved here, but both of you know deep down inside that there is unfinished business. I feel like both of you do want to see each other again. Wow. Yeah, that's reunion. I feel like we're thinking and we're feeling this. There's going to be, I feel like you both want this. And that's when it's not just you, it's your person. We've reached now this crossroads as our current energies. And it's like, okay, should I do this? Should I not? I feel like there's going to be some action here. Let's talk about action. Yep, that's you. You're getting a message from this person. Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Look at that. The birds have arrived. It's like music to your ears. I feel like you're going to be quite excited to hear from this person. It's like a brand new adventure now. It's like you want to seek something different, new places, new faces, new experiences and opportunities. But I feel this person's going to be reaching out to you and you're going to be quite happy. The bonus message here is the 4 of Pentacles. That is Capricorn energy. I do feel that this person has been planning this for a while. They haven't been telling anyone. And they're still holding on to you. I feel like you're both secretly still holding on to each other. It's like we're holding on like this. And it's like, I'm not prepared to let this person go. They're not prepared to let you go. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Now by this stage, I don't know if there will be an extended reading because we're just scratching the surface here. So let's see. 3, 2, 1. I don't know why they're showing me the color red. I don't know if you like wearing red or they wear red. Could be red lipstick, red earrings. They're showing me like a brooch that has like cherries on it. That's very random. That will not be for everyone. Oh, wow. 6 of Wands. I love seeing the 6s. 6 of Wands, Leo energies, things actually working out. It's not going to happen overnight though. I almost feel like this energy where we have to get to know each other all over again. This is like the minor arcana, so the smaller version of the Chariot. So this is showing victory, personal victory, that things are going to work out, but this is going to be a process. Yeah, we need to talk something out here. The King of Swords represents your ex, someone that you have history with. The sword's pointing up though, and that's what I love. They cannot wait to talk to you. I'm seeing there's going to be a very successful healing conversation here. We have you, Ace of Wands, oh, a little chook that's just hatched. Brand new beginning, that's Aries energy here. That is a very exciting, fiery, passionate, brand new beginning. And we've got our divine counterpart with the Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. The sword is also pointing up here. Lo and behold, we have the Page of Wands again. That is you. Look what else we have. The Seven of Pentacles, that's in my top 10 favorite cards. That is Taurus energy. It's about reinvesting in this relationship, right? This is a slow burn. It's a slow investment. Wow. Both of you are thinking longevity. You both want to talk to each other. You're both feeling the same way. This is quite beautiful. What happened though? When I split the deck, in the beating heart, we have the Three of Swords, Libra energy. Now, both of you might just be really missing each other, but it is a card that is highly linked to sorrow, heartbreak, possibly third party. Could be romantic, doesn't have to be. In fact, the majority of the times it's not. Could be for the minority of you. But see, this is a card also of healing, forgiveness. And I do notice, again, I have to go back to the theme of humility, grace, forgiveness. Wow. Forgiving someone. But I really feel both of you are heartbroken about we're not together, we're missing each other. So let's talk, continue about the current energies. Speaking of the Chariot, there's the Chariot. I was just talking about the Chariot, the Six of Wands. Now we've got the fastest moving energy in the entire deck. How appropriate they're using cats to replace the dogs. Look at that. Cancer energy, here they come. They're on their way. And I see that you're also going to be on your way. You're both going to meet in the middle. But I feel like they're going to reach out to you first. If you want to reach out to them, if you're like, no, I prefer to reach out to them, you pretty much have a green light, because it's actually going to go well. It's going to go your way here. That's success, victory, things going your way. Sometimes the Chariot, on the tail end of the Chariot can show there's some jealousy, some envy. I wouldn't worry too much about it, Aries, because you are an incredibly strong star sign. You're being represented here by the Ram. And I don't want people telling me you're hard-headed and stubborn. It's not that. It's just that you know what you want. And you are very determined for this to succeed. And they're very determined as well. In our thoughts between the both of us, we have such a beautiful, happy card. The Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups. Choices, decisions, over analyzing what we have in front of us. So Seven of Cups is our Scorpio energy. I feel like some of you might be wondering, or they could be wondering this as well. What if Aries has their options open? This is a card of fantasy, illusions, daydreaming. Everything's all up in the air. And I do feel like a lot of you know that this didn't, like in the past, whatever happened, it didn't really come to a successful closure. There was no ending. Like everything is still all up in the air. I feel like mentally we're trying to also project into the future. Like, what's life going to look like with this person? Can this be worked out at the moment? So I feel like none of you want to be an option. We want to be each other's priority. And I like where your head is at, and I like where this person's head's at, because instead of just being so hard-headed, which you're not, Aries, I don't want people to say that about you. We're all up in our feelings. We're allowing ourselves to get soft. And what happens is that the King and the Queen of Swords together, we speak the truth here. That's why I'm seeing a very successful conversation here. Our feelings is the Six of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Who's worried though about getting rejected? Someone is scared about getting rejected. I'm not picking up it's you though. Taurus energy. This is when we're cast aside. It's a high rejection card here as well. So it's like when we're afraid that they might be afraid that you've got options, that you started to see someone else and it's looking promising. I'm hearing they might have a bit of a jealous streak here as well. So a bit very possessive over you. But I think they're worried here that you're going to reject them, or they're going to find out that you've blocked them, that you've removed them from your contact list. So you'd be like, who is this, for example? They can't reach you. Yeah, I think that's a very big worry. Like, I think here, like with their feelings, they're just worried that you're going to say no to them. But let's talk here about the actions, because eventually they're going to send you a message. The Moon. Again, Pisces, Cancer energy. This person is really afraid that it's like, I have to get to know Aries all over again. I don't know where their head or their heart is at. You've become a bit of a mystery to this person. Definitely might be a sneaky message within the next full moon. And if this person wasn't truthful to you, because this is a card also of, secrets, keeping things hidden, even white lies and assumptions, which can lead to, like I said, very dangerous assumptions. I think they're worried here how you perceive them, how you think of them, what you think of them, how you feel about them. Let's take out some bonus cards, please. Wow, we've got you, the Four of Wands. Aries energy, we've got the beautiful owl couple. They just got married. So that's reconciliation. That is commitment, engagement, marriage. Aries, you might even be changing jobs or your residential address here. We've got the King of Wands. Ooh, okay. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, followed by the Hermit. Virgo energy, that's the wise sage. You are going to be reapproaching this connection, Aries, from a place of wisdom and experience. Yeah. Ace of Swords. Yeah, we're going to have a very clear-cut conversation here. We've also got the Sun, Leo energy, and the Three of Pentacles, working things out. Ooh, I'm not seeing a third party here, which is really good. Might have been an issue in the past, but I'm not seeing it right now. Things are looking good. I was almost convinced just for a second that we were not going to do an extended reading. But I realize this is your person's energy. I feel like they're afraid that you've actually moved on. You've emotionally and mentally checked out. Like you've completely forgotten about them. But if you're thinking about them, guess what? They're really thinking about you probably a lot more. Don't forget the Sun is one of the happiest cards in the deck, just like the Ace of Cups. This one yields a lot more power. It's a major arcana. And of course, don't forget, it is about pure joy, bliss, blessings. It's also the return of health for each other, the health of the relationship. And it's also about enlightenment and illumination. So under the influence of the moon, whatever was hidden, your person's going to put a spotlight on it. But what I love here is that you are a lot more wiser. You're approaching this from a place of wisdom and experience. You're going to be taking action. Perhaps you're going to actually reassure them. It's like, I'm not going to turn you away, but we need to have a very honest conversation here. So I do see some of you maybe a little bit worried, just a bit concerned, maybe a little bit resistant. But by golly, you're very brave, Aries. And I see that there is definitely going to be a reunion here. But once we talk it out, then the sun comes in and it completely vanquishes all the shadows here. So this is going to be a golden opportunity for you and your person to start speaking the truth here. And I mean, we've got so many cards for this connection. There's no relationship that's perfect. There's going to be bumps. There's going to be deviations. There's going to be blocks and diversions. But I feel like both of you do want to be back together. And I see that it's going to happen. So in this instance, yes, there will be an extended reading because I see that we're moving forward and we're not looking back. So if you are interested, I'll be using two completely different decks. They're lined up behind me now, ready to use. I want to see now, by the time this person does arrive and we talk it out, we're planning, where is this connection heading? Where's it going to go long term? So if you are interested, the link is below. I'll see you on the other side. But if this is where we depart, I'll also see you this Saturday at 12 p.m. for your bonus weekend mini love tarot reading. Power to you. Never ever change for anyone. I thank you for your time. And for those that are curious or very keen, you want more insight, let's check out your optional extended reading. Let's see where this connection is heading. All right. Bye, Aries.